What's going on, gamers? What's going on, family? It's your boy PortalRock77, and I'm back with a quick video, and let's get right into it. We're going to talk about Capcom. Rumor has it that they're looking out to being bought out officially. I guess the products they haven't come, a lot of flops recently. Street Fighter V hasn't done too well. Dead Rising 4 and 3 completely flopped. And they just haven't been pushing out the content to keep the company afloat, apparently. And this is all alleged. So now they're looking out to be bought, you know? So assuming we're living in this world where Capcom's about to be bought out, I like to address, in my opinion, the top 5 publishers I think that will do good by buying out Capcom, you know? So that's what this video is about, all right? So let's get into it. And coming at number 5, Square Enix, you know? Square Enix is still a powerhouse in Japan, and in an industry where a lot of Western developers are swallowing so many studios like Activision, Ubisoft, and EA, I think Square Enix is probably one of the last big companies out in the Far East that pushes out good titles that could compete. You know, they had titles like, Rise of Tomb Raider that they published. They also published Final Fantasy 15, which was pretty successful. Don't forget Deus Ex Mankind. And they also have a contract with Marvel now for them to publish Avengers games. And I don't know, and I think maybe a couple of more Marvel properties. So they're doing big things. I think by adding Capcom into their belt with a lot of IPs that Capcom have, the Street Fighters, the Resident Evil, it could really make Square Enix into a powerhouse, because you're talking about a lot of games that do sell into the West. You know, don't forget about the Lost Planet. So I think by adding Capcom under their belt, Square Enix could be close to the powerhouse that we see in the West with Activision, Ubisoft, and EA. So that's my number 5 choice. For me, coming at number 4, Sega. Yeah, that's right, Sega. The classic company. Recently, about a couple of months ago, they invested almost, I think, $500 million into their properties. They're bringing out old IPs. They're going to create new franchises, you know. So they're trying to make a comeback. And it's going to take a little time because this was a recent investment. So you could see stuff that's going to come out in the next, in about 4 years or so. So we'll see, we should be able to see some big things. Some of the games we love, Streets of Rage, Sonic, and all that stuff. Now imagine if they were able to grab Capcom under their belt. Because again, it's all about those IPs Capcom have. The Devil May Cry's, Street Fighter, which will bring them back. There's a lot of prominent IPs, and maybe some IPs like Dino Crisis and stuff. Some great IPs that, right along with the older IPs Sega's trying to bring, they also could rise up into a third-party publishing dominance. And I think Sega might be a little bit better at it because they have a ton of IPs that they have access to, that they're already committed to. I think adding Capcom to the belt will make them into a powerful force in the industry. All right? Coming in at number 3, Mario! Nintendo. That's right. Hell, look at this character right here. You see him right there. There's Mega Man there already. A lot of Capcom success started with this company. A lot of IPs. The Bionic Commandos. As you can see, Mega Man is in there. Nintendo is a very hot item, and a lot of IPs will work really well with the Nintendo Switch with portable gaming on the go. Monster Hunter is a big IP. People will absolutely love that game on Nintendo. And I think also Capcom also does Ace Attorney. Will be another game that's popular on Nintendo. And Nintendo could definitely use those IPs. And with Nintendo's quality first party on how they make quality games, I think going to them buying out Capcom will definitely add a lot more titles that will please gamers and will make Switch a more attractive system. Now, rolling in at number 2. No one shall have all that power. Microsoft Studios. Now, when you think about it, they're number 2 for one reason. Well, for a couple of reasons, but here's my main reason. If anyone absolutely needs a studio, it's Microsoft. They need Capcom bad. Over the last couple of months, we see how weak Microsoft Studios actually is. They barely have anybody to make games, So this will resolve 2 issues. Number 1, you'll have a manpower force that is trusted and respected in the Far East. You'll have a whole new development studio under your belt that's already seasoned. But most importantly, you have access to a slew of IPs. You're talking Resident Evil, Lost Planet, Monster Hunter that will appeal to the East. You know, think of everything. Mega Man, Mega Man reboot, Bionic Commando, Power Stone. I mean, it just doesn't end. Dino Crisis, it just doesn't end, Microsoft needs, I would say, if anyone that will benefit mutual, and this is a true mutual benefit, it will be Microsoft and Capcom. Capcom being bought out with Microsoft money, but Microsoft getting the studios. This is a great way to really boost up your portfolio. It would Capcom, in my opinion, would be the best studio. If Microsoft bought Capcom right now, they instantly are the best studio on the Microsoft umbrella. And I know some people look at me as a fanboy being, oh, that's bullshit because 343. Listen, 343 makes one game, Halo. That's it. And I understand it's a big seller, and I understand people play that game for 2 years. But that's it. You're only attracting Halo gamers. And Halo, so what? 5 million after 3 months? Maybe it's at 7 million now. So let's say Halo sold 10 million. Let's pretend Halo 5 sold 10 million. What are the other 20 plus million Xbox gamers playing? Because they didn't buy it. And I'm not saying Halo's so bad, but Capcom has versatility. It has a diverse lineup. Some people will buy Resident Evil. Some people will buy Monster Hunter. Some people will buy Street Fighter. Some people will buy Marvel vs. Capcom. Some people will buy Mega Man. Some people will buy Dino Crisis and Lions and Tigers and Bear. Oh my! Microsoft needs Capcom. So that's why I put number 2. It will be the most beneficial. Now, for number 1, and I admit it's a little bit of fanboy in me that I would love to see, but there is some logical reason. My number 1 pick, greatness. PlayStation Nation. Woo! Why is this my number 1 choice? I'm going to tell you why. Since the introduction of the PlayStation, overall, they have been the best first-party publisher. Overall, they've been the most consistent and the best. New IPs has been coming out of this place like clockwork. And they have consistently created successful consoles. But besides all that, I think right here, right now, there's no first party better than PlayStation, right? And you can see, all right? And they have a pool of talent. If you add Capcom into this family of PlayStation publishers like Naughty Dog, possibly the best in the industry, Santa Monica, Guerrilla with their new engine and Decima engine, Capcom to take advantage of the technologies PlayStation has, and plus some of the many leadership and just great developers that's among the PlayStation family. Number 2, PlayStation has been known to really let developers create the content that they want to create. They've been all about the developer creation. So Capcom will still have the freedom. Even though they will be on the PlayStation, they will still have the freedom to create the games that they want. And I think we're having access, direct access and friendly relationships as first-party brothers and sister developers. A little bit of, talent from Naughty Dog, Santa Monica as their support. Hell, even something like, hey, let's take a sample, Deep Down. We've all been waiting for Deep Down, right? Who better to help out with the project than Sony Japan Studios, which has already experience with those type of games? Because again, they were part of the Bloodborne project and helped co-develop that game, So Sony Japan Studios has very experienced to get that game out the door, And with Sony money, we could have a Deep Down, Resident Evil, hell, that game was born on the PlayStation console, And a lot of IPs could come back, along with the Mega Mans and stuff like that. So I think Sony purchasing Capcom will be the number 1 choice overall, So this is my picks. These are my top 5 publishers that I would like to see buy out Capcom. Let me know what you think. Who do you would like to see buy out? Do you agree with my choices? Do I have it in the wrong order? Hey, comment. Hit me up on Twitter. My info's in the description box. So is my PayPal information if you choose to donate. But again, the number 1 thing you can do that I appreciate the most is you participating in the channel. Come check me out on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. 60 Frames No Like podcast. Follow me on Twitter and, shoot the shit with me. I enjoy the engagement more than anything else. But whatever you could do, hey, keep it gaming, right? But anyway, this is your boy, PorterRock77. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you again soon with some news, all right? You take care, people, and keep it gaming. Peace.